Why develop? If you haven't downloaded your 4 keys tool, I encourage you to go do that today. If you're watching the video, you can see me pointing to it. It's a circle. In business, this is called a closed loop. Here's how it works. It starts by defining the problem, creating an action plan, implementing that plan, and then taking the learnings along the way to feed them back into the plan so that it becomes even better, smoother, more effective. We know how God defines us and we know how he directs us. We put that into discipline, and then there are learnings because, friends, we're going to misstep. We're going to take the wrong exit. Even as we follow the Lord's map, as we've recently been talking about, we are going to have times where the Lord tells us to do one thing and we think, well, if I just tripled that, I'd be more effective. Does that sound familiar to you? So we're going to misstep and we're going to have those blips on the radar, if you will. We're going to handle things in the wrong ways because we're human. And as much as we may be surrendered, as much as we have laid our business at the foot of the cross, we still fight against our natural inclination to do it our way, to do it better, to do it faster, and to do more. So this develop piece cannot be overlooked. Listen, you may have been on this business journey for a while, and you may be wondering, how much longer, Lord? Have you considered that this is his development? Have you considered that what you're dealing with right now, the challenges you're facing, are training ground for you to bring forward in a course or a membership? Have you considered that the content that you're creating has greater legs? Maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a video series. Have you considered that what you're facing in this development period is strengthening you to encourage others? Is bringing forward the lessons that will become your framework? We have to make a conscious, moment by moment choice to follow him. That takes discipline, doesn't it? That it is a decision to follow him. It is a decision to allow him to develop us. But that we have to make the choice to live in the Spirit's power to develop us and to transform us into the likeness of Christ. What I love about this, putting off the old man, it reminds me of Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. He raises Lazarus and he basically says, take the grave clothes off of him. Leave those grave clothes behind because he is no longer in that tomb. Friend, your development is leaving the grave clothes behind. But my question is, are you holding on to one piece of it? Kind of like when you accidentally step on a piece of toilet paper, it sticks to your shoe and it continues to follow you as you walk out of the restaurant. Are you holding on to it because you're afraid of the Lord developing you? Listen, when they prune the crepe myrtles, they take away the branches. I want to take us back to John 15:4-5, which I've told you is the foundational commentary from Jesus for the 4 keys to redefine hustle. Abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, and neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, not just some fruit, much fruit, fruit of the Spirit, fruit of your business, fruit of your service. Without me, you can do nothing. Let me just back up to John 15:2. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. He prunes it. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes that it may bear more fruit. This is why we cannot leave ourselves stopped at discipline. We can't just say, I have to do more. I have to do more. We've got to take time to step back, evaluate, be visionary, praying to the Lord. Okay, Lord, now tell me. And how he wants to use us is transforming us into the image of Christ. And friend, that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and it takes development.